Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So yeah, we're just quickly finishing up this chapter, so we'll find out what's in the chest, and then we shall, and then we'll just partake in the sadness that comes forth. There's only, I think, one more beast to kill. What is in this chest anyway? It's healing stuff. Actually, that's very useful, because you give it to, like, again, Dorothea or Mercedes.
Hammer down!
And there, boom, goes the dynamite. So that's that. And yeah, I think that's all of them. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all of the chapters done, and now we just got to deal with everything that comes afterwards. Oh boy indeed. Anyway, so just gotta wait and see. Honest to God, this bit of this literally, there is this one bit in this game where I, honest to God, was like, whoa, shit, did not see that coming. I was genuinely surprised. Yeah.
A trace of evidence to be found in the chapel.
But it is weird the fact that, you know, yeah, obviously, you know, it's more to do with the people in the background doing stuff that, you know, the Flame Emperor apparently is not down with. They're acting more independently. Yeah. Oh, look, it's my little Monica. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah. So she kills Geralt, but as you know, Thingy has a, whatchamacallit?
A pathetic old man.
Hey, you leave Geralt alone, he's cool. Even though somehow he doesn't, yeah.
Get in the way of my brilliant plan. Dog.
But, you know, obviously, you know, I have time travel, so I'm gonna just do that. Deus Ex Machina away! But this is the bit that really shocked me. Like, obviously, you know, whip out the sword and just be like... And then suddenly, nope! That, honestly, I did not see that coming. Geralt still dies in the end. But again, that really surprised me. Because, again, I thought he'd stop her or something like that. I knew Geralt was going to die, but I thought they'd be able to stop them. But yeah, it's like, holy shit. Yeah, wow. And again, I thought this guy would be a massive thing in the story. Well, again, in the Black Eagles or anything to go by, not really. Yeah, Geralt's dying, and, you know, it is genuinely sad, because we like Geralt. Yeah, he was a bit cold, and, you know, he was a bit dour, but you still got the fact that he cared for Byleth, and, you know, people really respect him. Yeah, and the fact that he's seeing Byleth display emotion is, you know, really happy for him, because Byleth pretty much doesn't do that. So yeah, he died happy.
The first time I saw you cry, your tears would be for me.
But again, one other thing that I really like about this game is how they treat the death of Geralt, because it's not just you that's sad, it's not just Rhea. Everyone across the entire monastery, if you talk to them, is upset. And even Bernadetta goes to his grave to plant flowers, and it's like, oh my god, it's so upsetting. Again, I like the way they treat death in this game, because obviously death is a big part of any Fire Emblem game, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't leave as much of a big impact as it does. Because, you know, when someone dies, you know, it's especially someone this important to Byleth, it should really take its toll on them. And again, in this case, Byleth it does, because he's out of it for a while, and he's depressed, and he's not happy, or she. But, yeah. Whereas, like, you know, obviously, Grell's death was treated extremely well. You know, the whole group was shaken up, Gatry and Shinnon left, Ike, you know, was thrust into this, you know, Miss was extremely sad, Tanya was extremely sad. That was treated very well. And then you got, but other characters, like Emmeren's death was treated well at the time for the chapter, but obviously it just wrapped up very quickly. And then you've got other characters, I'm trying to think of other, like Hector's death in Binding Blade, you know, it was very sad, and they do bring it up with Lalina, but it's kind of like, it's not as impactful as you'd think. Whereas, like, you know, Ninian's death, for example, that one takes its toll on people. Like, you know, it's really hard for Eliwood. He does snap out of it eventually because of the person he is, but it's so hard for him. You could see them, all of them, just so upset by what happened. And like, even like, what's his name's death? Albert. Yeah, Albert's dad. Even that affects him quite a bit. They do take time to acknowledge it. You know, I can't really say much for Erica's dad. Obviously, Leon's death is very sad. And even like, Joshua's mum, her death is quite sad. Obviously, it can't be, you know, greatly expanded upon because she only appears for one chapter. And even then, Joshua's not a major character. And just like, yeah, like, you know, I like it when Fire Emblem does take the time to really... I think this is one of the best examples of how handling death, because, you know, I'm sure we've all experienced it at one point in our lives, whether it be someone like that's a friend or a loved one. Death takes its toll on a lot of people, and it takes time to recover from it. In fact, some people, depending on how close you are, some people never truly get over it. There's always that lingering loneliness, or that, you know, lingering emptiness of not having them in your lives. And I reckon that's how it is for Byleth. because you love that person so much, to see them go, it's not easy, especially when you spend so much of your life with them. So I like this game doesn't hold back with the dark stuff, and doesn't hold back when it comes to how death is treated. Death is difficult. Death is difficult. It's the best way I can sum it up. But obviously, they're going. We're finding out more about Byleth and the fact that he's so strange as a baby. Yeah. And why Geralt ran away, because obviously there's something odd about Byleth. He's not, he's not normal, and clearly Rhea has a,
I've got to take the child and leave.
Yeah. Obviously, Rhea's, done something to him. Or it.
Baby must be you.
And I like that Byleth is, again, his importance to the story isn't so integral like Grima was or Corin was. It's more of a case of he's a mystery and everyone wants to know more about him and he motivates people. But at the end of the day, it's mainly to do with Edelgard and Rhea. They are the two biggest players. Granted, Dimitri and Claude have a say in it, but the other two, they really have to, they too big of impact. And here we have Alois just, yeah, here. I like that Alois does try to comfort you, because obviously he was close to Geralt. So after, naturally he wants to be there for you. But naturally, and again, it's not like they let go of, and again, I don't know if we'll see it, because again, I don't really record the parts inside the monastery anymore, because I've already covered it so much. But again, they do this as well when you choose to side with or against Edelgard. Holy shit, you get to see everyone's perspective on it, and it's just
We must return another time.
It's just really, really, really interesting to see everyone's input, how they all deal with death, because obviously Raphael has lost his parents, so obviously he knows how to deal with it. Obviously some people aren't as affected because they're just more hardened and stuff like that. Obviously Mercedes is very upset and stuff like that, and Bernadette is very upset, and Dorothea's upset. They're all very upset. It's just really interesting, and again,
I have been waiting for you.
It's just really, really, really,
grief at the loss of our most.
It's cool to see everyone's impact on it, because usually, that's why I like Grell's death so much, because you do see how it affects everyone. In most fighting games, you would just focus on the main lord being affected. Wouldn't it be cool in Binding Blade, after hearing Hector died, how Bors, Wendy, and Barth feel, considering they're all Knights of Ostia and they worked under Hector and that type of thing? That'd be really interesting. Or when Ninian dies, it'd be interesting to hear just how other people feel about it. Maybe Hawkeye, because he gets to support Ninian. Or say, trying to think. Let me go another. Maybe after. I know it's that is at the end, but maybe after what happened to.
It was her decision.
Yeah, after what happened to Leon, maybe we get what's his name's input. Duessel's or Cormac's, because they're both from Grado. I'm trying to think of other characters where, Emmeren's one. Again, Emmeren's, you already get Lissa and Frederick and stuff, so they're fine. They were the closest to Emmeren anyway. So yeah. But obviously, this is now making Rhea a bit more suspicious, wondering about your birth and stuff like that. I think I know who your mother was, but I'm not 100% sure.
Lady Rhea. There's something you must hear immediately. A report from the knights patrolling the
Overwatch 2 has been announced. What? And it's Spider-Verse 2. What?
You are dismissed.
Holy shit! And Diablo 4. Oh my god!
Only on mending your heart.
Yeah.
Understood?
Naturally, this stuff is not easy for people, and it takes time. But then, and also, I like how I assume this happens with Blue Lions and Golden Deer. The Lord themselves talks to you about being mopey and how to move on. Obviously, Edelgard's a lot more steadfast about it. I reckon Dimitri would be a little bit more compassionate. Maybe Claude would be more laid back about it, but still compassionate. Yeah.
The Guardian Saros.
So this chapter is us hunt. The whole purpose of this chapter is for us to hunt down and hunt down the ones who were responsible for Ramaya Village and killing Geralt. So it's a revenge mission. Yeah, you killed Geralt, you ain't fucking getting away with that. I'll bite your goddamn legs off. Yeah, and again, I really think Three Houses really has this certain atmosphere to it when these events happen, when you side with Edelgard, when such drastic events happen, it affects everyone. You really get sucked into the world.
I've been crying.
Yeah, well, duh, I've been crying. My daddy said.
Even you cry sometimes. Oh,
I suppose that was.
I guess it is a surprise to see, you know, but this also adds to Violet's character development because, you know, seeing him get upset, you know, or her get upset shows that they are more human and stuff like that. Because obviously Violet's meant to be very much a blank, to be a blank slate, but naturally, you know, because you control Violet's actions, it's hard for Violet to come across, in my opinion, like the same way Corin and Robin do when they have defined personalities. So, you know.
You to speak to me like that. You know I'd never ask.
So, you know, seeing Violet just become more humanized as time goes on and the more you spend with the students, I think it works really well in tandem with how you just relate to people.
Others can sympathize or even empathize, but all anyone else can.
Yeah, and then obviously, you know, Edelgard's taking a more steadfast approach to the situation.
Of crying for you.
You know, she's telling you, like, you know, it's sad, yeah, but you've got to move on. And it is sad when this happens, and it's not easy to move on. And obviously, during during the early days, you do want to be very sympathetic. You do want to be very comforting. Over time, you do want to try and enforce more. It depends on how they deal with it. If they're still really upset, obviously it depends on relations, but, you know, you want to start pushing to move on a bit more, to, you know, really start to let, you know, stop crying and move forward. Obviously, it's not easy. Yeah. Obviously, Edelgard's doing this for like two reasons. Not only to help you get better, but to also confirm your resolve. Stuff like that.
There is a choice to be made. I hope you.
Because again, things have been getting darker and darker, and it's only going to get worse.
So, she really is quite arrogant. She spoke her mind
with an ounce of reservation. And again, that's the thing about Edelgard. She doesn't hold back. She says things as they are. But that's actually a thing. She gets to the core of people. She brings out, like, their true nature. Yeah. Fucking Monica. I mean, hold on. I mean, this guy's got an interesting design. He has no pupils and he looks angry as shit. But again, like, this is like the most we get of them for now. I heard Golden Deer there's more, but we'll have to see. So yeah, this Monica is Kronia, if you didn't know. Yeah. And we'll see Kronia's full design thing. Again, Kronia's just kind of there. I know the whole joke, oh my god, she's another version of Perry. Yeah. But, yeah, Kronia's just kind of there, and then she just, like, we'll see. She's there, and then she's whatever. Yeah. You know what would have been really interesting if you could recruit Kronia somehow, if you did the Black Eagles route? Because it would be so interesting to see, considering, you know, she killed your dad, how you would go from there. I mean, it would also be interesting to learn about Kronia, whether she's been brainwashed, whether she is this way, like, out of her, like, she's just naturally this way. I don't know, I'll have to look more into it. Oh, yeah, but as you can see, the Flame Emperor is not happy with how, you know, yeah, Dusker and Ember, they've done horrible things. So, obviously, you know, Flame Empress had to put up with them, but she doesn't agree with them. It's just a case of, I need your strength, so I've got to let these things slide, but fucking hell, you guys are assholes. So anyway, oh yeah, by the way, we also, if I remember correctly, yeah, Ingrid's birthday, so we're going to have tea time with her. And I like having tea time with Ingrid because, again, it's easier to get a read on her. And I like Ingrid. She has that nice balance between being a badass and being beautiful. Yeah, she is very nice. And yeah, I know she's meant to be more tomboyish, but I like they don't go full tomboy. That's more Leone who's more tomboy, but she's like, you know, she still has that aura of, like, you know, elegance about her while still being a boss-ass bitch, as you say.
How relaxing.
What happens after this? I'm actually curious. Where does it go from here? Because I think, is there a paralogue? Yeah. I don't think there is. Yeah, no, there isn't a paralogue. It's just go on to the next chapter. So obviously, you know, just talk to Ingrid about stuff. Yes. And yeah, the opera hopes for your future. For some, oh yeah, she doesn't like to talk about her future because of thingamajig. Probably would have been Dreamy Nights. Yes. Yeah. You seem well. Again, some of them seem to always work. Like, you seem well, or I'm counting on you. Yeah, it was a nice tea time.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
Well, I'm glad, because I'm going to be seeing a lot of you later down the line. And again, oh my god, her post-time skip design. It's ridiculous. So anyway, that's the end of that chapter, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Next time we meet, we're going to be going through a lot of supports, but not with necessarily the blue, not with the Black Eagles. But yeah, we're going to be supporting with the other houses of all things. So hope you look forward to that. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care and have a wonderful day.